Morning 7. The last day. 203. Fuck off. It's not 203. The scale's been shit the last 2 days. 200.5 is what I just had before I turned the camera on. Let's try again. 200.5. I'm only down 0.3 today. And I'll explain why in a minute. Don't worry, I didn't cheat. Let's get that out of there. Bring in the old tablet to show you the date. Bing. Today's date. Sunday, November 17th, 2019 at 9:25 a.m. Oh, it's here. Day 7. Didn't lose much weight last night because I didn't sleep very well. My adrenals were in hyperdrive last night. I ended up laying on a couch till like 2 a.m. watching old snake diet videos. And man, I just couldn't sleep last night. I even tried to force myself and I just could not. I was just like wide awake, like, rah! And I don't know if that had something to do with the fact that there was a bunch of food downstairs and my instincts just kicked in like, whoa, gotta go kill some food, or what the fuck. But whatever it was, I couldn't sleep. So I'm holding a bunch of water again, and that's okay. I was hoping to be under 200 by the end of this, but we'll see at the end of the day what I'm at. Uh, I contemplated dry fasting to get there on the scale, but ultimately I said I was going to do a 7-day snake juice fast, so here I am doing a 7-day snake juice fast. I'm going to stick to the game plan. If I don't get under 200, I don't get under 200. I have a lot of questions actually, so I'm going to bang off a few quick ones and then try to unpack a couple more. Um, Dan, you said that you train, blah, blah, blah. The reason why I don't read the whole thing sometimes is because some of these are like a fucking storybook. And I just want to get to the question. The people will tell me their history from the fucking beginning of time. Wouldn't, blah, 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 blah. Wouldn't you want power in your legs for kicks? So what this person's asking about is I said, I don't remember which day it was, but I said that I train mostly high reps on my legs now, and I train them for endurance and not for power anymore. And because I'm doing martial arts, and yeah, it's good to have some power in your legs for kicks, but ultimately most of your kicking power comes from your hip, right? Your leg is just like a bat that you're swinging. It helps to have a big meaty leg to hit them with, and it helps for front kicks if you have like strong quads and stuff, but ultimately you're gonna knock somebody out, like whether you're 155 or 200. If you land a good head kick, you're gonna knock somebody out. So yeah, I mean, it's just like swinging a bat. You want that rotation of your hips normally. um the next one, Dan, why don't you ever cite scientific studies in your videos? Because there's 8 million other fucking channels that do that. You can go find the scientific studies anywhere on YouTube, people trying to, you know, fit the scientific studies with their narrative, but I go with what works. That's how my brain works. I sort things into fucking piles. I like to read the studies. I like to see the controls. I like to see the conclusions. I like to see the variables, but I don't necessarily like to explain that to people because it's fucking boring. And I take the science with a grain of salt because you never know who's funding it and where it's coming from and who the scientists are. And, you know, a lot of times they leave out a lot of controls, and so you can get a scientific study to say whatever you want. Scientific studies are great to try to show, try to explain things. But ultimately, I'm a hunter. I like to hunt down what works and apply it, and then see where it works and apply it in the right place. So I don't care about explaining the science to you guys. There's like go watch some of these other channels, man. Fuck. It'll be like when you should eat carbs on a ketogenic diet, and then you'll see 8 minutes of, well, it all started back in 1962 and with this scientist, and this study said blah blah blah, but then in the 90s the study said this, and then we got to break it down on a molecular level, but then in the 2000s we realized that blah blah blah. And it's like, well, in 10 years are you going to come with another, oh, we just realized, right? So fuck. What's the point of breaking down the scientific studies when all you guys want to do is fucking lose some fat or get healthier or whatever? It's nice to back it up with ideas, but ultimately you just got to look at what works and apply it. It's like, fuck, man, if if you're building a door, you know a hinge works to swing the door on. You don't have to fucking explain it. You just put the hinge there. Here we go. A little more in-depth questions here. Constipation on keto. I'm mixing it up with veggies and keto-friendly baked goods. Am I eating too much meat? Typically keep my meat under 500 grams. Yeah, it could be too much meat and not enough fiber, or it's likely the fucking baked goods too, because they're filled up with almond flour usually. And, when you get into constipation troubles, first thing to look at is cheese. Look at cheese, nuts, and meat. Those are usually the main culprits. So you're eating too much of one of those or too much of all of those for sure. And not enough fiber. And make sure you're hydrated as well. Dan, I'm doing a 3-day fast with 500 kcal refeeds and not losing weight. Consistent with the snake juice. You're doing 72-hour fasts with 500 calorie refeeds and you're not losing weight. 236 pounds, 5'10" male. What? No. So you're fucking something up. You are fucking something up. Like a dwarf with a thyroid condition would lose weight on that routine. So there's no fucking way. You're either sneaking in extra stuff, you're not counting your calories, or you don't understand what fasting is and you're actually doing refeeds every day and saying, refeed, I don't know. A lot of people, and this will fucking blow your mind if you're familiar with fasting, but a lot of people who aren't familiar with fasting, they will say, I'm doing 3-day fasts, where really they're doing 3 days of 24-hour fasts, and then after that they're just eating. They're just straight up eating like three to 6 meals a day, and they're like, oh, I did 3 days of fasting on 1,000 calories with 1,000 calorie refeed, and it's like, no, you did 3 days of 1,000 calorie 24 hours fasting. 24 hours of fasting, 1,000 calories, 24 hours of fasting, 1,000 calories, and then you go back to eating like an idiot. So there's something lost in the translation there, because there's no fucking way a man that's your size eating 500 calories every 3 days is not losing weight. You're fucking something up. Unless you're holding on to a ton of water and you just not have given this an actual chance. Like you might be like 3-4 days in and holding water, but if you are sustaining the 72s and 500, and you've done that for any length of time that's even relevant, you should be down a ton of fucking weight. You will be. So you're fucking something up, and I don't know what it is. Okay. Yeah. So that's it. Burn through those ones. I'll weigh in with you guys tonight for the final weigh-in, and then maybe throw some final thoughts in. All right. See you on the next segment. That's what you want to fucking... Let's do this one last time. What the fuck happened there? Scale just went fucking bananas. It hasn't been working good the last couple days. 200.3. Again. 200.3. Fuck, I guess I'm not gonna break 200 today. And it's only because I'm holding all that water because of not sleeping last night. Here's my PP and my keto stick. Oh, it's changing quick. Ooh. That got dark quick. This one's all runny. Nice and dark. I'm hydrated as fuck right now, so that's cool. And today's date. Let's refresh it. Sunday, November 17th, 2019 at 5:18 p.m. So, this is the end. I'm going to eat in about an hour. I didn't break 200, but man, I did okay. I did exactly what I expected. So, I'm happy with that. My goal was to get right around the 200 range, and I got to pretty much exactly 200. So, I lost just off the top of my head, 16.7ish pounds. 7 pounds. So in a week, and that was taking it easy. You know, I only went to the gym, really hit the weights twice, did a bit of walking 2 or 3 times. It was like a week off, you know. So it's way easier to fast when you're not killing yourself in the gym. When you're killing yourself in the gym, you really gotta shorten those fasting windows up. But this was a nice jump start. This is in the end all be all to my weight loss journey. This is just a jump start to this cut. I'm going to get right down and shredded off of 48s and 72s going forward. And like I said, if I don't accomplish that within a week of Christmas, I'm going to fast for a week before Christmas. Somebody asked what I'm going to eat. I still don't know yet. I have some ground beef I would like to tackle. First things first, I'm going to have a little bit of lean meat and just a little bit of fruit. I won't eat enough to kick me out of ketosis. So I'll have some berries and some lean chicken. And I like to break the fast that way because the insulin sensitivity is so high right now, being 7 days fasted, that I do not want any fats in there yet. Right. And I don't want to overdo the carbs either. So I'm going to do a little bit of protein and just a tiny bit of fructose. Break that fast, bring the insulin sensitivity down a little bit, and then about an hour after that I'll have my actual meal, which I'm thinking is going to be I'm going to say ground beef. Probably make some meatballs and Brussels sprouts and green beans, and that'll be it. And then I'll go right into a 48 hour fast until Thursday or Tuesday. Fuck. Brain's not working. So that being said, I'm fucking out of it right now. My brain's not firing up for me. uh, Feeling a little run down just from fighting off the cold, like the cold that I got from everybody. And then 2 of the kids got the flu this weekend. Fuck. So I don't know if I'm fighting that off, but I feel pretty run down, and I'm happy to eat. But I'm not starving. I'm not like, oh, I'm fucking starving. I'm just happy to eat and get some energy into me for tomorrow so I can go back to the gym and hit it full force and get back to martial arts training. Um, that being said, I'll probably do a recap video just to break everything down step by step and probably explain a little better when I'm in a better state of mind. But right now, I'm just excited to get this 7-day fast done. In the books. It was a good mental test, especially with all the food that I had here yesterday and taking care of the kids all week and everything. Going forward, lots of confidence in knocking off 48s and 72s. It's going to make that stuff seem like a fucking breeze. So That's it, man. Thanks for tuning in. If you're not already subscribed to my channel, please subscribe and click the little bell so you get notifications, because I'm going to be pumping out a lot more videos. All right. Love yous. Peace.